What's up, Pisces? Welcome to your reading. Let's get straight into this, okay? We are in Libra season right now, which is the season that is connected to the seventh house, right? Seventh house is all about partnerships and relationships, not only your romantic relationships, but your relationships to your friends and your family and your work and your food and your vices and whatever. It's really how we relate to everything, right? Now we just came out of seventh house energy for you guys last month when we were in Virgo season. For you guys, that was hitting your seventh house. So think about this as almost like 2 months of back-to-back relationship focus, right? Now, what I will say about the month of October is where things have been stuck and stagnant, this is a time where things can start to move and flow a little bit easier, and you'll start to see the flow kind of pick up. You'll start to see momentum on certain things kind of pick up because a lot of the planets that were retrograde are going direct. So we have Pluto that just went direct on the 6th. We have Saturn that went direct on the 11th. We've got Mercury and Jupiter that are both going to be going direct on the 18th. So with that, things are going to start moving, which is really, really great. And I see that you guys have started a lot of movement too, which is a really good thing. So us being in Libra season for you guys is connected to the 8th house energy, right? So all to do with death and transformation, sex and, joint finances if you're in relationships, all those things that are connected to Scorpio, secrets, all of that. And for you, there's a lot that seems like there's going on. Hold on just one sec. Choice. Babe. Can you keep it down?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry, guys. My kid is on Fortnite. So lots of transformations for you guys. You guys got, let me see, you've got 1, 2, 3 major arcana. You've got the Hierophant, you've got the Sun, and you've got the Magician. Now, at the unseen energy, the bottom of the deck, you got the Three of Swords, which is normally connected to heartbreak of some sort, or like a breakup, some type of betrayal, some type of something. It's usually a very kind of hard, unsettling energy, and it usually has a lot to do with relationships. Now, I will say, some of you guys, it does feel like you've come through a place of either a transformation in your relationship, meaning like you broke up with someone broke up with you, or it feels like, most importantly, even if there is no breakup, it feels like a lot of you have come to a point where you are like putting your foot down in many, many ways. Okay. Now, when I look at your cards, the first things I pulled was the Sun and the Six of Wands. I love to see this because, I mean, this is a victory all around. We talk about the Sun card, this is Leo energy, but it's very much the happiest, most positive card in the whole deck, right? It's success, it's victory, it's being seen, it's family, it's fun, it's, creativity. It's all the things connected to that Leo season, all the things connected to creativity, connected to the Sun, connected to the heart. It's a really, really good energy and a really, really good place to be in. And what helps it even be more amazing is you get that Six of Wands. Six of Wands also is a victory. It's also about being seen. It's also about really getting over some big hurdles if you think about it, because Six of Wands follows Five of Wands, which is usually about chaos and confusion. It's about the fussing and fighting. It's about not being on the same page. It can be about too many cooks in the kitchen. If we're talking about a relationship, it could be about people fighting because there could be, again, too many people, third party type situations, which that Three of Swords could have popped out on that, whatever the case may be. But a victory card with the Sun, which is a beautiful way to start the month of October for you guys. Now, let's see here. Ooh, Page of Cups. For some of you guys, again, so I definitely feel like there's been a shift in some relationships for you guys. Even if there isn't a breakup, like I said, it does feel like there's many ways that you guys set some strong boundaries, which is really, really beautiful and a really, really good thing for Pisces, okay? When we see the Page of Cups, we've got some good luck here. We've got purity here. We've got intuition here, which I love to see, right? So you guys really using your intuition to make the best decisions for you, which I feel like has gotten you to the place where you are now. Now, in the past position, we have Queen of Swords. Now, this could be someone opposite of you, but I feel like this is really you guys stepping up and taking on this energy. Now, if it is another person, this could be connected to a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. But if we're just talking about the archetype of the Queen of Swords, she is the heartbreak queen. She's the queen who has gained all this wisdom in her life because she has gone through so many experiences, right? She's gone through heartbreak. She's gone through hard times and good times. Like, there is no running game on her. She sees it from a mile away. Like, she's very decisive and she cut things out. And she's very good with her communication. I think maybe some of you guys had finally gotten to a place where you were starting to communicate things that were really, really important to you. It could be things that maybe you felt like you were missing in the relationship, or things that you just felt like, weren't fair, things that needed to be communicated. There's also the Justice here. So I do feel like, again, you guys stepping up in this Queen of Swords energy and really being upfront and really saying how you feel and not beating around the bush around it, it has caused you to feel this sense of peace of, justice is not always about, literal justice being granted your way or like a decision going in your favor. It has a lot to do with knowing thyself and feeling free and comfortable with who you are exactly as you are. So there's some identity and some integrity and stuff that goes into that Justice card beyond you just getting your way. And I think for a lot of you guys, stepping up outside of yourself and really being clear and decisive and communicative about your wants and needs that maybe have not been being met, this puts you in this place where you're feeling good, right? Because even if things do fall off, and even if things don't go how you want them to go, they're going how they need to go, because you feel like through your communication, through you stepping up and saying how you feel, you're actually in a place where you're at the very least creating deliberately instead of just letting things happen to you. And so that alone, even if the outcome is not what you expected, that alone feels empowering. So good job. Now, what that also leaves you is a lot of play. We've got the Knight of Wands here. I love Knight of Wands energy. Sometimes it gets hated on because, like, let's say in a relationship-wise, this is known as like the player, someone who doesn't stay around for long. But that Knight of Wands energy is necessary for us in our development, really, because without that sense of play, without, going out and exploring, without, there's like this fearless factor that comes with Knight of Wands, you don't really discover what it is that you like or what it is that you want, right? Without our experiences to let us know, like, oh, I really liked that thing or I really didn't like that thing, we don't know what the hell we want. We don't always know what is best for us. And so I think that this puts you in a really empowering place where you guys are out there, you're playing, you're flirty. Those of you guys who are single, this is a really maybe flirty, fun time for you. Oopsie. Okay, hold on. 2 flipped over. Oh. Okay, messages coming to you. You got the Page of Swords that flipped over along with the 10 of Pentacles. So money's looking good. Things are good with that. And you know what? I love to see this 10 of Pentacles that's clarifying this future position too, because, and especially with that Page of Swords, you guys might even be getting some type of a pay raise or advancement, right? We are going to be having a full moon in Aries that's happening on, I believe, the 20th of this month, which for you guys is hitting your second house, which is all about money, possessions, finances, resources. So again, if there's something you've been waiting on that end, in terms of work, it looks like this is really good stuff with work coming up for you. And it could be something that you've been having to be really patient about, something you've been really waiting for. You got the Temperance card here, but it feels like it's a divine, it was supposed to happen. Like everything's happening in divine timing. So I do like that in the future. Money's going to be looking really, really good. There's a lot of opportunities for growth in that way. And for some of you guys, it has to do with your title. And some of you guys, it just has to do with more money in the bank. Shorty, what you drink. Now, why this is all happening type thing. We've got the 7 of Swords and we've got the King of Swords. Interesting seeing these together. And it makes me automatically go back to that Queen of Swords. 7 of Swords is linked to sneakiness. It can be a deceptive, energy. It can be confusing. It can be real tricky because there's always a sense that either you don't have all the information that you have is not all correct or all true, or like this sense of hiding things or hiding from someone, or like strategy. And I think for you guys, for some of you guys, this has to do with maybe you found out some things about someone or a situation that was not in the plans or was not okay. And that's where you guys took out that Queen of Swords energy and kind of cut the thing off. But also, I think there's a lot of strategy in moving forward. I do love seeing the King and Queen of Swords together because these are both very strategic, smart players. So let's say if you are connecting with someone this month on a relationship basis, you guys have a lot of stimulating conversation. Things get really interesting. Maybe a lot of, just interesting perspectives being tossed around back and forth, which I think is really good for you. But also, I just think this is really a month where you guys are so powerful in terms of just speaking how you feel. I like that. I like that. Now, you've also got the Hierophant card here, which is connected to Taurus energy, also connected to marriage, also connected to community, connected to spirituality, connected to like a mentor, right? Connected to tribe. There's a lot of spiritual cards showing up here. High Priestess and Hierophant. This to me usually speaks of like someone who's like a mentor or a spiritual advisor. This could be a teacher of some sort. But hold on, let me do one more card about this. Seven of Cups. We've got options, we've got illusions, we've got cutting through the clouds. It's interesting because we are in this Mercury retrograde right now, which I was just explaining to someone, I can't remember who I just did the read for, Virgo. I was just explaining to Virgo, your opposite, about how whenever these Mercury goes retrograde, a lot of times it flips people on their opposite. So if you are naturally intuitive or spiritual, which Pisces, you normally naturally are super intuitive, right? You're the most connected sign to spirit. It usually flips things on the head, which makes sense why you have so many sword cards here, because I think that a lot of you guys are using your voice more than normal. I do think that this month brings you a nice healthy balance of both that intuition and that spirituality and, that intellect and that pragmatic thing, going on, which I think is a really good balance, because it feels like there may have been things, I say this all the time, Pisces has this way, they have this defense mechanism that you guys have that's just built into you, where when things get crazy or things get uncomfortable, Pisces will be here in their body, but they will not be here in their head. You could be looking dead at a Pisces having a whole ass conversation and they did not listen to anything that you said. Why? Because they are somewhere else where it feels lighter and more free and there's not the stress or the whatever. Now, when we get the Seven of Cups, that reminds me of that, right? So there is always this like Seven of Cups energy kind of brings like, okay, girl, but you need to cut through the clouds to get very clear and decisive on what it is that you want. I think that this month, it kind of forced you guys to address things that maybe you've been able to just like, okay, I'm going to go into my own little corner, my own little world on because I don't want to deal with it, or it's stupid, or I don't want to fight, or I don't want to whatever. No, it's kind of brought you to this place where you're able to better use the communication and the words with the tact that you need in order to get the message across, right? Because that's also Libra. Libra is air sign, but Libra out of all the air signs has the most tact. If you want someone to tell you about yourself in the nicest way, you hope to God it's a Libra who's telling you, because they'll keep it real with you, but they're going to always consider your feelings a little bit. You know what I mean? And so I think that there's this healthy balance that Pisces is falling into in terms of using your voice and not neglecting what you know to be true. You know what you know what you know. So there's no point in neglecting it. Now, you also got the Magician and you got the Nine of Pentacles. I love seeing the Magician. Actually, Virgo got the Magician as well. Magician is a beautiful card, is connected to Virgo and Gemini energy. It is a reminder that you're unique, or is a reminder that you have all the tools that you need in order to make whatever it is that you're trying to make happen at this moment happen. You lack nothing. You've got everything around you. Things are beautiful. Again, just the fact that you're having that full moon in your second house later on this month in terms of possessions and money and all that, you have everything. Those of you guys who are up for like a pay raise, a promotion or something, things are looking favorable for you if that's a thing that's coming up for you. You got the Nine of Pentacles, which she is, well, I say she because that's in the original depictions, it shows a woman. But Nine of Pentacles is a person who is independent. They are good on their own, independent of anybody else. They are good. Money's good. Friends are good. You know, love is good. Like everything is good. The only thing they technically don't have is a partner, right? That's the only thing that they're missing. It doesn't mean that they don't have people in their life that they value and, you know, hold space in certain ways, but they don't have an actual lover partner. But there's power here that's coming to you guys this month. There's a lot of clarity, a lot of feeling bold, feeling like you can move and do things. And there's just been like a huge shift for you guys. Victory. So we got this card twice, Six of Wands twice. Yeah, some of you guys, even again, there's like, some of you guys, there's a pay raise or a promotion or something being granted your way, something where you're being seen, or even if you work by yourself or do your own job, have your own whatever, this is a really good month where, you know, maybe people are starting to notice your business or notice your services. So that's really good. You got block out distractions, which says, your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. Boom, shakalaka. And then you've also got codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So, and this could have even been something that you guys were addressing before, whether you were feeling in ways that you were starting to feel codependent in a relationship, or you felt that someone else was codependent to you. This is something to look into, right? Because you don't, it's not good for any relationship, right? It's not good for any individual if you're feeling like you need a person or you need a something in order to do well. And which is why I love that you guys have that Nine of Pentacles, because this is an independent person. This is someone who is able to stand on themselves, stand on their own, and still be successful. And maybe some of you guys struggle with feeling like you can't be successful on your own, or you can't have, or you don't deserve certain things, but that's absolutely not true. So I love it. I think this is a powerful month for you guys. I think you guys are coming out in many ways and just speaking your truth, doing it with style and grace. And I think it leads you to some other opportunities. This is a great month for you guys this month, okay? I love you, and I hope that this helps. I will talk to you later. Bye, Pisces.